From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. The body of an Israeli-Moldovan rabbi who went missing in the United Arab Emirates has been found. The Israeli government making the announcement this morning. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office says Zvi Kogan was murdered, calling it a heinous anti-Semitic terror attack. Kogan went missing on Thursday, and there were suspicions that he had been kidnapped. His disappearance comes as Iran's been threatening to retaliate against Israel after the two countries traded fire in October. Canada's Chief of Defence Staff is firmly rejecting the American notion of removing female soldiers from combat roles. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's nominee for Defense Secretary has recently declared his opposition to women in fighting units. General Jenny Carignan disagrees with that assessment.
I wouldn't want anyone to leave this forum with this idea that women are a distraction to defense and national security. After 39 years of career as a combat arms officer and risking my life in many operations across the world.
Ukrainian Major Anna Novak, who was in attendance, noted that women play a critical role in combat units in her country. Violence in Newfoundland, where investigators are probing two attacks in a residential area that left two men seriously injured. The Royal Newfoundland Constabulary says a group of young people assaulted two men in separate incidents Friday in Mount Pearl, that's southwest of St. John's. They say both men were taken to hospital for serious injuries. The investigation is ongoing. Police, however, do not believe the victims had any connection. In California now, where a person was found dead in a vehicle submerged in floodwaters as authorities braced for even more precipitation. A soaking put Sonoma County over the top after record rainfall inundated the area famous for its vineyards. Matt Windrum is the county's division fire chief.
We have never seen this kind of thing in anybody's recorded experience, and certainly in my personal experience, this is by far the most rain in a short period of time that we've had.
Meanwhile, a winter storm warning in California's Sierra Nevada was in effect through Tuesday, with roughly 1.2 meters of snowfall forecast to accumulate. And two new Christmas TV movies have a Taylor Swift connection. Christmas in the Spotlight debuted last night on Lifetime. The world's biggest pop star and a pro football player meet and fall in love, not unlike Swift and her boyfriend, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce.
I don't care who's watching, a million people or nobody. Are we doing this?
Let's freaking go.
Let's freaking go!
Next week, Hallmark will air Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. While it has no mention of Swift or Kelce, a few Chiefs players have cameos, and Kelce's mom, Donna, has a small role. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Vancouver Canucks kicked off a 6-game road trip by holding off the Ottawa Senators 4-3. The Sens surged late with a pair of goals in the final 3.5 minutes, but ultimately lost their fifth straight. Elsewhere in the NHL, the Vegas Golden Knights exploded for 5 goals in the second period in a 6-2 win over the hosting Montreal Canadiens. The Nashville Predators downed the visiting Winnipeg Jets 4-1. The Calgary Flames edged the Minnesota Wild 4-3 in a shootout. And Connor McDavid had 2 goals and an assist as the Edmonton Oilers posted a 6-2 win over the visiting New York Rangers. Sidney Crosby has hit the 600 career goal mark, the 21st player in NHL history to do so. The 37-year-old from Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia, hit the mark with a second-period power play goal against the Utah Hockey Club, the only goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins in a 6-1 loss. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.